Every warrior has scars. What separates legends from the forgotten is not that they avoided wounds, but that they rose after every fall. Evander the real deal Holyfield was not just a boxer. He was a symbol of endurance. Across decades, he overcame setbacks, proved longevity possible, and fought with a warrior's heart that refused to break. These final three attributes complete his warrior code. And if you live them, they can carry you through your own battles in business, family, and love. Let's begin. 7. Ability to overcome setbacks. Meaning setbacks are not failures, they are tests. To overcome setbacks means to treat every defeat not as a burial ground, but as a training ground. It is the resilience to transform pain into progress. How Holyfield implemented this. Holyfield's career was filled with losses, controversies, and obstacles that could have ended lesser fighters. He lost his heavyweight titles, suffered devastating defeats against Riddick Bowe and Michael Moorer, and was even diagnosed with a heart condition that forced a temporary retirement. Many said his career was finished, but Holyfield kept coming back. In 1996, after critics wrote him off, he shocked the world by defeating Mike Tyson, a fight most thought impossible. His comeback victories weren't accidents. They were born of the refusal to let setbacks define him. Classic traditional story, think of the phoenix. In mythology, the phoenix burns into ashes only to rise again renewed and stronger. Setbacks are the fire. The warrior who rises again like the phoenix proves that every ending is a beginning in disguise. Modern daily example. In business, setbacks are inevitable. A failed launch, a lost client, or a deal gone wrong can feel fatal. But the entrepreneur who studies the loss, rebuilds, and relaunches often finds greater success than before. In parenting, setbacks happen when children stumble, poor grades, mistakes, or rebellion. The parent's job is not to punish endlessly, but to guide the child to rise stronger. In relationships, setbacks come as conflicts, betrayals, or disappointments. Overcoming them requires rebuilding trust, not abandoning the bond at the first sign of fire. 5 expanded takeaways. Reframe defeat as data. Every loss contains information. Holyfield treated defeats not as humiliation but as lessons for improvement. In business, analyze why a deal failed. In parenting, ask what the behavior reveals. In relationships, reflect on what triggered conflict. Defeat is data. 2. Respond, don't retreat. Many walk away after a setback. Holyfield responded by training harder, sharpening his strategy. In life, setbacks are not signals to quit, but opportunities to respond with renewed energy. 3. Build emotional resilience. Setbacks hurt emotionally. Warriors process pain without drowning in it. Journal, talk, meditate, or pray. Release emotion, then return to action. 4. Use setbacks as fire. Pain is fuel. Holyfield used doubt as motivation. When others count you out, let their disbelief ignite your determination. 5. Measure success by comebacks. The true measure of greatness is not how many times you avoid falling, but how many times you rise. Build a track record of comebacks in business, family, and love. Pause here for a moment. Think about the setbacks in your own life. Have you been knocked down in business, in parenting, in love? Remember Holyfield's code. Setbacks are not endings, they are beginnings. If this message is striking a chord, take action now. Like this video, share it with a fellow warrior who needs it, and subscribe to Conrad Warriors, because here we don't just admire legends. We learn from them, we live their code, and we rise stronger together. 8. Longevity and consistency. Meaning longevity is staying at the top not for a moment, but for decades. Consistency is showing up with the same effort year after year, never fading into comfort. How Holyfield implemented this. Holyfield fought at the highest level for over 2 decades. He became the only four-time heavyweight champion of the world. While others burned bright and faded, he remained. His longevity came from discipline in training, careful preparation, and the refusal to take shortcuts. Consistency made him trustworthy. Fans knew he would always show up in shape, always prepared to give everything. Classic traditional story. Think of the Roman legions. Rome did not dominate through one brilliant battle, but through centuries of consistent discipline, training, and endurance. Holyfield was like the legions. His greatness was not a flash, but a march across time. Modern daily example. In business, longevity is the entrepreneur who builds not a one-hit wonder, but a company that thrives for decades. In parenting, it is the parent who shows up day after day, year after year, shaping a child's future through consistency. In relationships, it is the couple who nurture love not just in the first years, but across decades, making consistency their romance. 5 expanded takeaways. 1. Build habits, not hype. Hype fades, habits endure. Holyfield's career was built on daily discipline. In life, build habits that compound into longevity. 2. Play the long game. Don't seek only quick wins. Holyfield knew legacy is built over years. In business and relationships, focus on sustainability, not short-term thrills. 3. Protect energy. Longevity requires balance. Holyfield managed his training and recovery to last decades. In life, rest and recharge are part of the warrior's code. 4. Adapt as you age. Holyfield adjusted his style to last longer. In business, update your skills. In family, change your methods as children grow. Longevity requires evolution. 5. Consistency builds trust. People believed in Holyfield because he always showed up ready. In life, reliability makes you a leader others can follow. 9. Warrior's heart, indomitable spirit. Meaning the warrior's heart is the spirit that refuses to break. It is courage in pain, endurance in exhaustion, and fire in the face of fear. How Holyfield implemented this. Holyfield fought through battles that would have broken others. Against Mike Tyson, he endured relentless aggression. Against bigger men, he withstood punishment. Even when hurt, he never quit. Fans respected his titles, but they revered his heart, the spirit that made him the real deal. Classic traditional story. Think of Leonidas and the Spartans at Thermopylae. Outnumbered thousands to 1, they fought to the death, proving that spirit is stronger than numbers. Holyfield's career was a modern Thermopylae. One man's heart against the giants of his era. Modern daily example. In business, the warrior's heart is refusing to fold during economic collapse, holding your vision when everything falls apart. In parenting, it is enduring sleepless nights, sacrifices, and challenges for the sake of your children. In relationships, it is refusing to give up on love when storms come, holding the bond with unbreakable spirit. 5 expanded takeaways. 1. Find your why. Spirit needs purpose. Holyfield's heart was fueled by legacy and faith. Define your why, your family, your vision, your mission. 2. Train endurance, not just strength. Muscles tire, spirit endures. Build emotional and mental stamina through challenges. Stay steady when others panic. 3. Refuse to break. Pain will come. Refuse to let it define you. The warrior's heart says, I will not quit. 4. Lead by example in battle. Holyfield's spirit inspired fans and fighters alike. In your life, your endurance inspires others. Your courage gives others permission to be strong. 5. Celebrate spirit, not just success. The warrior's heart is measured not in trophies, but in resilience. Celebrate your endurance as much as your victories. So here we have it, the final pieces of Holyfield's code, overcoming setbacks, staying consistent across decades, and carrying the unbreakable warrior's heart. Holyfield showed us that greatness is not avoiding losses but rising after them. It's not shining for a moment but enduring across years. And it's not just winning titles but fighting with a spirit so strong that even defeat cannot break you. Now ask yourself, how can you live these lessons? In business, by treating setbacks as training. In parenting, by showing up every day consistently across years. In relationships, by loving with a heart that refuses to quit. That is how you live the code of a warrior. That is how you become the real deal in your own life. And if Holyfield's story has lit a fire inside you, don't just keep it for yourself. Share it. Let someone else draw strength from this warrior's path. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Because here at Conrad Warriors, we don't just admire champions. We learn their code, we live their wisdom, and we become warriors ourselves.